Hello, hello, my friends. It's your old buddy Dragos, and I'm here to remind you, you know what's around the corner, don't you? Halloween is only a few days away. Oh my goodness, this is good time. One of my favorite holidays. I thought that I would come to you and suggest some new ways to celebrate the holiday. Maybe you've heard of these, maybe you haven't, but here's some good ideas. Okay, number one idea. When is the last time you took a trip to the graveyard? Graveyards are beautiful. You can go and see the wonderful carvings. You can go and visit the graves of your family members or friends of the past. Or you can just admire the beauty of other people's tombstones. Don't forget to check out the mausoleums. Sometimes their brickwork and rockwork is just as beautiful as the headstones. I think some people think it is morbid, but we all have to accept that death is a very real part of life. And with winter coming, they're going to be coming back anyway, so you might as well get a head start. Who knows? Maybe you'll see some old friends. Maybe you'll see them before they come to visit you. Some people like to decorate for Halloween. You know, they put pumpkins, they put bats and spiders, all wonderful things. But you should always put up some kind of a skeleton. Skeletons are another really good reminder that death is inevitable. And what could make you feel better than remembering that, huh? Put skeletons everywhere. Make everything festive. Some of our friends in España, they have a day called as Días de los Muertos, where they celebrate with skeletons everywhere. And it's very colorful, just like Constantine's. Lot of fun. It's a good way to remember those that have passed and get ready. Someday you too will be a skeleton and you'll have a head jump on the fashion. Another thing that I learned from our friends in España is to create an ofrenda. An ofrenda is like a little altar that you have at home. I mean, we all have altars at home. Am I right or am I wrong? Everybody's got an altar. But this is a special altar. You put it up around the holidays, specifically Halloween or Días de los Muertos, to celebrate those of your friends and family that have passed. All you got to do is start with a simple shelf and some photos of family members who have passed. You can see here I have a photo of great-grand Minerva and my favorite uncle. Oh, that's Uncle Hunyadi. He died. He was burned at the stake, but that's another story. And that's Aunt Lucinda. She was shot by arrows and eaten by crows. Anyway, you want to set up photos of who you love. And then you want to put some kind of memory piece that you have. Now, Uncle Hunyadi, he always carried around this little locket with a skull and crossbones on it. And I have that, so I put it up. Aunt Lucinda loved jewelry, and I have one of her old necklaces, so I put that on there too. And of course, great-grand Minerva, she was always smoking her pipe. If there was one thing she loved, it was her pipe. The only other thing that she liked as much was a drink. So I'm going to put a drink out for her. It's kind of nice to put something an offering. You can also put down, oh, I guess I better fill this drink, right? So I put her favorite booze in there. I also thought I'd put up something for one of my favorite pets. This was a pet vulture I had. His name was Hecko, and he was one of my favorites, and I have a piece of him left here. So I put him up there too. Now, he always loved to just chew on things, chew on bones, so I put up one of the bones from dinner as well. So once you have that up, you want to put a candle out for every person. Doesn't matter what kind of candle. I just use what candles we have sitting around. Big ones, small ones, fat ones, short ones. As long as they light. This is so that the past souls know that you are waiting for them. Oh, you can see my match went out. That's because I didn't fill that shot enough for great-grand Minerva. She said, I don't want half a drink. Give me a full drink. So I filled it up. I went, well, she better have a full shot. Anyway, so when you go to light the match, now I'll bet you they're happy. You want to light the match, or light all of your candles, and that lets them know that you're waiting for them. Yep, it looks like she wanted the full shot. Look how fast that candle lit. And then, of course, Aunt Lucinda's candle, it lit just fine. Uncle Hunyadi's candle, it lit just fine too. They're easygoing. Some of my favorite relatives. But this is a nice way to let the souls know that you are still thinking of them and they have a light to guide them home to visit you. I always think it's that nice. Isn't that nice? Another way to celebrate is to set out an offering for the ghouls that'll be coming around. Now, lots of people trick or treat, everybody knows that. But there's a lot of evil spirits and some mischievous ones that like to come out right around Halloween. You know, it's really the time where the veil is the thinnest, and all kinds of little spooksies can come out and visit you and cause havoc and steal your keys and throw things around. But if you leave out an offering, it's a little easier to get on their good side. Now, the first thing you want to do is put out some cookies. The cookies are for the gnomes. They love them, and I put out ones just their size. Then I also put out some mint chocolates. Those are for the werewolves. They got doggy breath, so they'll appreciate it. After that, I put out nuts. Goblins love nuts, so give them what they want. I also put out some raisins. Now, those are for the mummies. The raisins are dried out just like the mummies, so they won't even feel bad. Next, I put out some seeds. The seeds are for the imps. They gotta keep them little hands busy. I also put out some fruit candy for the vampires. Now, they're nice and soft, so it won't hurt their teeth. But then I put out some old people candy for who? The skeletons. They're old, and all they got is teeth. I also put in some piñata candy. Now, that's for the chupacabras that are around that area. Know what's in your area. You know, always gotta throw some peeps in there. You know, because somebody will eat it. Now, you do want to pour some wine out. The wine is for the ghosts. There isn't a single ghost that isn't a wino. I don't know how they keep their sheets clean, but we still put it out. I also like to put out some beer for the trolls. Use the good stuff. They don't come around very often. You've got to be nice, right? Next, you want to light the candle, just like you did for the ofrenda. And it doesn't hurt to have a good-looking chick on the candle. Here's one I had. So you want to set out the candle for them and make sure to light it so they know, hey, this is for you. And of course, as with everything else, decorate a little bit. I made this little jack-o'-lantern out just for the occasion. I think they'll enjoy it, don't you? Did you see my friend Trevo in that last one? See, this is Trevo. You don't have to have a pumpkin. Sometimes you got to use what you have. And everybody knows Romanians love bell peppers. So I made Trevo as a way to remember our old ways and celebrate the new ones. Now, everybody knows in Easter time it's tradition to decorate eggs. But why let Easter have all of the fun? This year, why not make Halloween eggs? Aren't these the cutest? I just want the name and keep them all. Of course, I'll end up eating them. But you could do any way you like. Again, everybody knows Romanians love eggs. So why not do this? It's something new, it's something old. And when you're done, you can make a nice egg salad sandwich. And of course, you've got to dress up in a costume. Everybody knows you've got to wear a costume. You're going to a party, you're staying at home. Be festive. It's always good to put on a costume. See, I put this on. This is costume, nice and dark. It's not colorful like I usually wear. Therefore, it is a costume. I mean, of course, you got to have some jewelry, but get into something that makes you more comfortable. I just can't live without my jewelry and rings. I hope that this has given you some ideas to make this the best Halloween ever. Whatever you're doing, remember, be safe, be sane, but have a good time. And don't be afraid to get a little spooky. Until next time, what is next holiday? Is this that chicken holiday, that bird one? Yeah, Thanksgiving, yeah. Oh, I'll come up with something for that too, why not? Until then, you have a good night. Woo! Happy Halloween, everybody!